I mean, you have some crazy stories coming out of the black community because there's so much pain and trauma and chaos and mental illness. And then, and so a lot of people that I think just can't handle it, they say, well, I'm just gonna go marry me a white man. But let me go get a white woman and get out of this. I just want to get out of this. This is terrible, right? And so you really kind of have to know what the assignment is, what the goal is. And you have to kind of have a willingness to sacrifice for that, right? You have to kind of say, yeah, this is hard, but these are my people. This ain't right. This sucks. Yeah, starting this black business and being black is it ain't as lucrative, right? If I run off here, if I when I got my PhD, if I ran off to Wall Street, hung out with Goldman Sachs with Jewish people, I'd have a whole lot more money, be a lot easier. But it's like, no, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. And so when I deal with stuff and people say, "Gosh, you shouldn't have to put up with that, Dr. Boyce," I'm like, "It's all right. I'm ready for it." I really applaud black people that get it because you're really built for this, right? You're really in it. You're committed to it. Somebody told you who you are, and so when I see people that are afraid of it or say, "No, why would you even go put up with that?" I guess I think of it as like, okay, I get it. You're taught to take the path of least resistance. I want to take the path that's most rewarding. But then also that requires confidence. Right? You have to have the confidence to know that you can go down that path that's going to give you some resistance, and you're going to still be able to make something amazing. You're still going to be able to make a difference. So yeah. So that's my perspective on that. And but I do think at the end of the day, I don't think we have to apologize for being so relentlessly committed to what you're trying to do because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take laser focus, super laser focus. I mean, you're trying to build wealth where ain't nobody ever built no wealth before. You're trying to have a stable family where stable families don't always exist, or where you have distractions and people seeking to harm you. Like I got mad one time. I went and I had this person that I knew. He's a distant relative, and he borrowed a bunch of money from me one time because he was struggling or whatever. And I ran across this Negro on Instagram just at a concert, like living his best life and just thug culture everywhere. And I was like, dude, you still owe me $3,000. I'm gonna find you and kick your ass. Like, that's how you feel. But then you're like, you know what? I get it. He's a product of an environment. That's what it is. This culture that they put on us is not our culture, and so that's why I think you have to consciously create culture that you want to see win. So if you want my suggestions on what a good culture looks like, look at the best part of Nigerian culture. Nigerian culture, not that all Nigerians are perfect. Lord knows it. We know this ain't true. But if you look at Nigerian culture, the very best of Nigeria, that culture has actually been considered one of the strongest cultures in the world for three key reasons. One, they have a tremendous commitment to education. You will rarely meet somebody from a strong Nigerian family that isn't highly educated or values education at a high level. Number two, they're very proud of who they are. They whatever their tribe is, Igbo or whatever, they represent in that. Anybody who's Nigerian or knows anything about that, give me a yes, confirm any of this if you agree with me. Like they're just really proud of who they are. Like they're just like, no, we're not. Why would I want to be somebody else?